A grateful day to everybody. We are from the group of BSCS 4-1 of City College of Tagaytay. For today's presentation, we are going to introduce our developed Android mobile application, CLiFF, from the output of our research entitled Android Virtual Mapping Application with QR Code for City College of Tagaytay. CLiFF is an abbreviation of City College of Tagaytay or CCT Locator in Finding Facilities, a mobile application designed to help students, faculty, and visitors of the college find their preferred destination using graphics, animation, and programming. CLiFF is inspired by the topography of the school's location, Tagaytay City, which is perched on a plateau of 2,200 feet above sea level, providing panoramic views of the Taal Lake and Volcano, thus having its CLiFF. With that information, the avatar is inspired by the overlooking volcano in its head shape, while choosing green as the overall theme for Tagaytay City, having it covered by hills and mountain, which is typically covered by pine trees, open grasslands, and forests, as most of its buttons are carefully designed with a wooden texture. This is the login page of CLiFF. As you can see, it has a pattern of CCT logos at the back. Before using CLiFF, we encourage the user to enter a nickname of 8 letters and below to be addressed by CLiFF and for the app's personalization. Let's enter a name. Click the check button and confirm. We made an initializing loading screen for resources to load smoothly and for a literal mobile application feel. Now, we present to you the welcome page. It is carefully designed with the green theme with the overlooking graphic of City College of Tagaytay at the back. The welcome page is divided into 4 main parts. Let's start with the basics first. First is CLiFF, the cute avatar we made on the left side peeking at the user. Let's have a click on CLiFF. As you notice, CLiFF is like your little buddy while using the application. Every time you click CLiFF, a personalized random greeting will be displayed for the user, whether CLiFF introduces itself, plays with you, or has a little chit-chat with your go-to destinations. Whenever you get bored, CLiFF is one click away. Below CLiFF is the biggest part of the welcome page. It is the location list. Location list is the predefined destination list we gathered around the City College of Tagaytay vicinity that is marked usable and a go-to destination always. The user can select their preferred destination with 3 possible steps. First is the search bar. The search bar can search and give recommendations to the user whenever they type for a much easier process of choosing a location. The next method is the use of categorical search located below the search bar. The categorical search uses a combo box, so if you are specifically searching for a facility in the different building areas, it can be helpful for you. There's the college building, the Student Affairs and Services or SAS building, and the SHS building or the senior high, where a handful of college facilities can also be found there. And the last method of selection of facilities is simply the default location list, or by simply setting the combo box in the all category, which is its default. This default setting is where you can see all the City College of Tagaytay facilities that are arranged alphabetically. After CLiFF and the location list, let's have a look at the third part of our welcome screen. To the uppermost right part of the screen is the profile menu. As you can see, the profile menu handles the nickname the user have given during their login. Let's have a click. Inside the profile menu, you can see 4 different functions. First is the favorites button. Favorites tab handles all the destinations the user favorited using the favorite or star button whenever a user chooses a destination. These favorites may come in handy whenever the user loves certain destinations and continue the mastery of learning how to go to them and learn about their information. The second one is the History button. History tab handles all the destinations the user has chosen to arrive at. Every destination selected on the location list will have a record on the History tab. The next one is the About. Basically, it is just about us, the developers, and the app CLiFF. If the user wanted to know more, they can always find it here. And the last function is to log out. The user can log out of the mobile application and confirmation from CLiFF will prompt. Whenever a user will log out with their entered nickname, all the user's destinations that are stored in favorites and destination history will be deleted from the application, opening empty favorites and history for the next or new user. We believed every single user has their own favorite destinations to go and history for their own only. And that is the contents of the profile menu. Now, for the exciting part, the last part of our welcome screen is the preview located in the uppermost left of the screen. Let's take a look. As you can see, the preview button is for the overview of the City College of Tagaytay, designed and made graphically with a bird's eye view angle. The user can take advantage of the pinch to zoom feature to further see the details of the entire college. Now, there are 3 buttons located below the preview model. These buttons are the same buttons on the categorical search, which are the 3 main buildings that made up the entirety of CCT. Let's take a look first at the college building. Click it, and you will see how the college building is divided into floors. Viewing all the rooms and the rooms with labels are the ones that are considered the school's facilities located in that building only. You can zoom in to further see the labels more closely. To bring the model back to normal, you can click once again the college building button. Now, let's go to the Student Affairs and Services or SAS building. Click it, and you can see what makes up inside. Especially a lot of offices on the ground floor. You can zoom in to further see its details. Now, let's close it and see the SHS building. We, the developers, also incorporated the School of Hospitality and Tourism Management building into the SHS building as one. The user can also zoom in once again to further see its details. And now, let's bring it back to normal. As you can see, these 3 main buildings provide a bird's eye overview of where all the facilities can be found in the chosen building. The user can play to open specific buildings they need, or they can open them all at once, depending on their need or satisfaction. Whenever the user is lost or stuck in viewing, they can always press the green button here for the default view in the beginning. And as they unpack and pack it, they can notice a QR code floating on the map, which signifies where the starting tracking point needs to be scanned by CLiFF. For instance, let's look at this QR code that can be found in the guardhouse. If the user selects a destination and they are near the guardhouse, they can scan the QR code there. And the route that will be given by CLiFF starts there, as it is their first location. So now we are talking about that, let's proceed with how to use CLiFF. Let's start with the login. Enter a nickname and press confirm. Next, after the loading screen, the welcome screen is shown to the user. Let's say the user wants to go to the School of Computer Studies. The user can search the destination name, or they can press the categorical search and select college building, and then select the School of Computer Studies. Or they can literally scroll down and find the School of Computer Studies. Hey, don't forget about checking on CLiFF on the side. Before we search, let's click on the profile menu and see our favorites and history. And there is nothing to see. Let's go back, and now let's click on School of Computer Studies. CLiFF needs to access the camera of the user's phone, so it needs permissions. Depending on the phone's settings for security, a user needs to say yes or agree whenever a warning prompts. If a black camera screen occurs in the scanner even after agreeing, you can press cancel and reselect your destination again. Position your phone in the QR code spot nearby. The QR code scanner speed and accuracy depend on the position of the QR in the scanner frame. Once a loading screen shows up, CLiFF already detected your starting position and is ready to start the route. The unpacked 3D model version of City College of Tagaytay is shown just like in the preview feature, and a label that says "You're here" will appear at the exact spot where you scan the QR code on the digital map. A green tracing line will appear and scout your way into the specific destination, like here for example, the School of Computer Studies. Upon arrival, information on the chosen destination will be displayed on the screen, as well as a picture of the destination in the real world, where the user is facing forward. To remove the information, you can press the X button on the right side, and to put it back, you can press the I button. Now, to guide the user from the starting point, the user may press the View Path button below the information. Upon clicking, the camera view will pan once again on the starting point. And now the user can pinch to zoom in and out the map and see where the green tracing line is going. The floating yellow pointers indicate that a flight of stairs is part of the route to the destination. The floating red pin is the indicator of where the destination is. The user can feel free to roam around the map during the View Path button is clicked. As you can see, it became the View Destination button. Once clicked, the camera will pan back to the target destination and display the information again. A star outline at the corner of the information display denotes if the destination is added to the favorites or not. Click the star button to light it up. Once lit, the destination is already on the favorites segment in the profile menu. Let's go back to the welcome screen using this back button. Now head over to the profile menu, click favorites, and let's see if there is a School of Computer Studies to be found. There it is. Let's go back and also check the history. There you go. Now, if you click the destination from the favorites and history segments, you can press it already there, and you may now proceed with the scanning of the QR code nearby once again. And that is the basic guide on how to use CLiFF. Now, let's try logging out. Click the profile menu and press log out. Let's just say yes to CLiFF for now. We enter a new name, so favorites and history are already cleared. Let's try this new name and press confirm. Now, in this welcome screen, let's go to the profile menu and check its history and favorites. And now, there is nothing. That's it. Before we end this presentation, thank you for your wonderful interest and support for CLiFF, the City College of Tagaytay or CCT Locator in finding facilities. The mobile application system expected to be developed in an undergraduate study entitled Android Virtual Mapping Application with QR Code for City College of Tagaytay, a thoroughly researched and developed by a group of students in the class of BSCS 4-1 under the School of Computer Studies academic year 2021-2022, namely Adrian A. Bautista, Ella G. Bitancor, Kirk Darrell S. Bonavente, Jeneline Mingolio, and Mervin Tanyag, exerting wonderful ideas, concepts, and loads of paperwork with Unity 3D programming and SketchUp designing for months to over a year. This mobile application features the wonderful digitally crafted map of the City College of Tagaytay in a digital scene accommodating its users to aid in finding their desired destinations in the place with the help of QR codes as local starting points.